Hey everybody, welcome to Half-Beard Sud's Heads Up. Today we're looking at The Legend of Korra, obviously put up by Nickelodeon and Activision, but also Platinum. Skip to that logo. Where's that developer logo? There you go, Platinum Games. Not who you expect to be making a licensed game. You know, we've always liked their stuff in the past. Bayonetta 2 just came out, and we dug that quite a bit. But this game, I'm a Legend of Korra fan, and I'm a Platinum fan, and I like it, but it left me feeling a little cold. It's not as well polished as a lot of Platinum's other stuff is, and to be fair, it just shouldn't have to be. This is a $15 downloadable tie-in. It's not a $60 full disc release or anything like that. I kind of expect it to be a little, smaller in scope, but it still leaves me a little cold. We're gonna go through my save, and it's gonna drop us into the South Pole. We're not gonna go. We'll. Oh no, this is an entirely different level. Never mind. Go to my chapter menu. Doesn't matter anyways. Doesn't matter anyways. Basic plot here is that is set between seasons 2 and 3. We are going to go to the Air Temple because why not? Set between seasons 2 and 3, another chi blocker, one who is not Amon, a totally different guy, has shown up and blocked all of Korra's bending.
Hello?
And she's going to stop him. Just want to stop for a second there. As you can see, voice acting's okay.
Janora, where are you?
I'm with the rest of the family on an airship coming back from visiting Grandma Katara.
It sounds like they, for the most part, have gotten the original voice actors back. Not that it really matters, because the story doesn't actually have the majority of the characters. It's kind of just Korra, and that's it. It's kind of just Korra, and that's pretty much it. You get like a scene with Bolin and Mako at the start for no time at all. They're there for like all of 5 seconds, and they're gone. And then it's just that, and it's just Korra pursuing these chi blockers, with Janora occasionally showing up to be like, hey, here's how you unlock your bending. Because right now I actually shouldn't have fire bending. I shouldn't have any of my bending right now. Because all of your bending styles, you can see you've got them all here, get blocked so that they look like this. They're martial arts. And then what happens is as you go on, Janora will show up and be like, hey, firebenders are angry, so that means you should get a combo. And then you'll get a combo, and then you'll unlock firebending. And yeah. And then you unlock your styles, and they're awesome. And as you get them, you will you'll see they've got levels there. They will level up. And as they level up, they unlock new combos, and they also unlock chi levels. This is where it kind of gets interesting, is with water here, because it's my highest level one. These guys are dicks. They're going to throw stupid bolos at me. I can charge up my moves until I get these circles, and get caught by enemies, and fuck up showing stuff. I can charge up my moves, and then unleash them, and do a special attack. And you will unlock that as you go on, so basically, the more you use each specific kind of bending, the better you get at it. Maybe a little bit. I was kind of hoping they might do it so that each bending style is maybe a button, so that way you could do like fire into water, into earth, into air combos, and you can kind of do that. You switch bending styles by just pressing the shoulder button, so you can kind of just in mid-combat switch around, but you're not able to really make cool specific combos. So like any good Platinum game though, this is built around a big counter element, which I just fucked up terribly there, where in addition to hitting guys... God damn it, what the hell? My counter is not working. Counter! You can press... There we go. Press left trigger, do a counter, hit dudes with it. It's generally how you'll do the most damage. Those counters end up doing a lot of damage. A lot of the other your normal attacks are real chip damage sorts of affairs. You know, you're going to spend a lot of time hitting dudes. Use water, because water's long range, so I don't even have to bother jumping up to these guys. There we go. Also gonna grab up my firebending again, because it's the one I haven't used the most. So yeah, there's countering. There's also a dodge attack. That's kind of meh, honestly. But what's cool about the dodge attack is that it's affected by different styles. So if I got water on, I can buy a mechanic that allows me to fire out water blast by dodging. And I think I've got one for earth, where if I dodge with earth, if I dodge backwards, I create a big bush, which is kind of fun. Yeah, like they do a good job of differentiating each style from one another and making them feel fun and kind of useful, and that's really important. The bending, the point of this game feels good. It's just a pity the combat overall is a little dull. The camera's not great. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't mesh together great. You'll run into, as you saw, we're fighting chi blockers, and you'll run into those guys with the big lightning gauntlets, and they will fire lightning blasts at you, and you can't bend lightning, so you can't counter them, which kind of sucks because all of the, because the dodge just isn't very good. And you don't think to dodge. The game puts so much emphasis on counters that you don't ever really think to dodge. So as a result, you end up doing really poorly against those lightning guys. Like, it seems to not... It doesn't feel cohesive. It feels like a bunch of people went, oh, well, what do we need in a Legend of Korra game? Well, we need all these bending styles, and oh, we should have the lightning glove guys, and oh, we should have these benders. Oh, we should have the benders from the first game, and oh, we need to have all these things. But they didn't really think whether all that stuff blends together super well in a gameplay style. Like, they figured out how they were going to do it in terms of gameplay, and then they didn't decide... They didn't really think too hard about whether it was all going to mesh. And that's kind of the biggest issue here. There you go. See, I can do that, that charge thing I mentioned. Gets pretty useful. You can also, do your dodges and your counters mid-air, which is pretty fun. Which is important, too, because you will often... Those lightning guys are a real dick whenever you're in a platforming section, because they will try to hit you. I got my waterbending back that I already had, so never mind. Oh.
I got my water bending back.
She's super happy about it. The writing is not fantastic in this. As much as the show is one of the things that makes the show as awesome as it is the writing. Here, as I said, the story is real blasé. It's not. There's not much to it. It's just Korra fighting another chi blocker. It's not. At least so far, there hasn't really been any good twists about it. It's literally just her. No one else is really here to make things interesting and provide any sort of pathos or drama or anything of that sort. Just got the crap kicked out of me. So here are some, you will fight benders now and again. It always seems to be these dudes, by the way. These same frickin' guys from the first episode just palette swapped over and over and over again. And man, he is kicking the shit out of me. Game's not easy. It is a platinum game through and through. And it's, as a result, it's not necessarily, you're not able to just blow your way through this. I'm getting the crap kicked out of me. I need more spirit water. There we go, spirit water. So one thing that's kind of interesting and that the benders can do to you when you fight them is they can actually counter as well. So this guy's not doing it, but they can jump in and counter you, and then you need to do these stick combinations to kind of fend them off, which is kind of interesting.
Well, I'm getting in one way or the other.
So that's kind of the basis of the combat. I don't really feel like I'm not going to show too much more of that, just because I don't really feel the need to. It's more just wandering around like this. It's just a beat 'em up. Like that's kind of all there is to it, which is a disappointment, but it's at least a decent feeling beat 'em up. So that helps things out. So let's go back to the chapter select menu and show some of the other stuff in this game. Because there is some other gameplay modes and some other stuff you're collecting. You saw me opening up those chests. When I open up those chests, I get this stuff. They call them vanity items. They're just like, they're references. Each one of these frickin' things is just a reference from the show. They're worth various amounts of points. Yay, I guess. You also go to a shop. You'll buy stuff at the shop. You've got the fake Mako impersonator. Mako not being Mako in the show, but Mako the actor, the guy who was the wizard in Conan, who originally played Iroh and is sadly now dead, which is a pity because he was fucking awesome. And yeah, when you're in the shop, you can buy some consumables. You can buy new techniques for your various bending. And you can buy artifacts, which you can equip in place of actual items. And when you equip these, they give you kind of various stuff. As you can see, has your attack power, it gives you extra spirit energy, which is the currency, constant health regeneration, stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting.
Thank you. Come again.
And then in terms of other gameplay, you've also got Naga running, which is like, it's a weird infinite runner sort of thing. It's super odd,
Okay,
where you're just kind of you're rapid fire going down all these Republic City streets. At least it's all been Republic City so far. Trying to just get to the end of the position marker. And then there's all these different paths you can take, but each and every single one just makes the progress bar go forward, so there isn't like a right way you need to worry about. It's literally just, can you avoid the obstacles long enough? Which, yeah, that's fine. It's not necessarily the most engaging or exciting gameplay in the world, but it does the job. Gives you extra spirit energy. As you can see, Naga's got a few hits she can take, but that said, if you run into a bus or a wall or something, you just die, which is kind of a bummer. Also, you can turn in midair really sharply. It's like, this whole segment feels super weird. It doesn't feel like it belongs necessarily. in this game, but whatever. It does the job well enough, and it's something. Yeah, fall down a hole or something like that, game's over. We're not even going to do any more of that. I don't like the Naga running that much. It's just a weird endless runners thing. They throw it in the middle of the levels. It serves to at least vary up the gameplay, which is nice. Probably the most interesting thing about this is the pro bending stuff, which I can show just a little bit of, because there's a little bit at the start of the story. But you actually get the full pro bending league once you complete the story mode, and that's kind of where things get really actually interesting. Now it's gonna put me back in the fucking air temple, and I'm not gonna actually hang out in the air temple, because fuck the air temple. Go back to the first level. Go to the pro bending. Yeah, here we go. I don't care about my checkpoint data. Nuts to my checkpoint data. So, as you can see, they actually, I don't know if I show this, but there are, yeah, I did show that anime segment at the start. All this stuff seems to be actually new for the game, which is nice. You know, they've got, seems at least, like they've got all the voice actors on board, at least the ones who are actually in the game for all of 5 seconds. And the fact that they, you know, went to the trouble to actually animate new stuff for this is pretty nice. I mean, I've played a lot of licensed games. You will find ones that don't have that, are just boring, full-on, like still frame cutscenes that are not fun to look at. I guess I could show you the airbending a little bit here. There's airbending. Airbending's all like airbending's all like big widespread damage. Like spirits, we're just gonna let ourselves die because that's what you're kind of supposed to do. I don't even know if this. I think this is supposed to be in the future too. I don't even know if this is like at the end of season 2. Okay, hit me, guy. I'm done. I think they want me to kill these guys. Get stuff going. Yeah. Oh yeah, they want me to switch my styles around so you can be like, look at all the avatar styles. Now you know how bending works. So, yeah, so they can do that stuff from the start. Oh, have the theme song playing, and the theme song, you know, you'll get your, when you start the game, you will get your opening intro and get what you want. I mean, this whole thing basically plays out like a bad episode of Avatar, which, for better or worse, I guess, you know, maybe that's something you want. If you're desperate for more Avatar stuff, if you really like Legend of Korra, this will suffice. You will find stuff to enjoy here. Even as, but that said, I mean, it's just like, it's not a fantastic game. Alright, let me die now so I can show the intro. Spirits are not super hard to fight. Oh, there we go, I got hit once and now it's over. Nope. All my UI elements are gone, so I'm gonna assume, yeah, there we go. Let's skip all that. That should take me right into pro bending. This is the last thing I want to show, because it actually is kind of interesting. Where it follows the same rules as pro bending. Mako and Bolin have already been knocked off because they're chumps. And now I've got to kind of use the exact same mechanics as the game proper to knock guys back, keep them on their feet, knock them back zones. Kind of follows the same rules as the pro bending in the show, which is neat. Like it's a very kind of interesting idea to kind of regiment it like this, and this part's actually pretty fun because it's got very specific rules and it works the way it should, and that part's great. Knock those guys back, get to move up the zone. You see, it is all time limited as well, and I do have a. You have a limited amount of health, but the health only kind of determines you getting knocked back zones. So, like, there is some degree of fairness to it, I guess. That guy back. Getting that guy knocked back. Yeah, it seems like you don't have your full combos either. It's much more simple, which works. Get fucking back, guy. Get back in your zone. There you go. I've only got a minute and a half before I lose. That's the weird thing. If you don't manage to knock them all off, you lose. At least that's first round, no matter what, which seems kind of silly. And all the same countering and dodging mechanics work here. Stuff you come to expect. Oh, come on! I dodged that, or I blocked it, or whatever. I pressed the left trigger. Apparently not. I don't know. I don't really care. That guy. Got that guy. Yeah, when you're dodging stuff left and right, it feels pretty good. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there are definitely parts of this that don't necessarily feel... Like, that's the whole thing. Like, it's a lot of the same mechanics as other Platinum games, but it just doesn't feel as good. Like, it doesn't feel as comfortable, stuff feels a little stilted and off. It doesn't feel like as much care was put into this as could have been. Which, again, about what I was expecting. I'm gonna fail this. Even though it's not really a... No, it seems like I shouldn't be failing it, because I'm still in the middle here, and now I'm moved forward. But no, it's considered a failure because I didn't knock them all off in 2 minutes flat or whatever. Whatever, I don't care. Oh, you lost. Fuck you. Do it again. Anyways, that is The Legend of Korra. It is available now on PC, PS3, 360, and I think it might be on next-gen systems too. I don't know. As always, I've been your host, Halfbeard, and we're out. Later, guys.